Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. A very good morning to all of you. I am maths teacher from Ismailia Youth Services Schools. We start our lesson by the sharing of some important instructions. The instructions are: don't raise hand during lecture. Ask questions at the end of the lecture in chat box. Use hand free if you are using mobile and headphone for computer use. Feed your ID and password properly with your name and class. Take care of time for attending the class. Home task should be done in your fair copy of the subject. If there is any disconnectivity during the lecture, try to join again within 5 to 10 minutes. Don't turn on your video during lecture. As you know, this is class for 9th class students. The subject is maths. Chapter number 1 is in discussion. The name of the chapter is sets. Today, exercise number 1.1 will be discussed. That exercise is given on textbook page number 1 to 6. This is part number 1 of the lesson. As you know, today is 26 May 2021. Now, let's see what are the objectives of today's lecture. Definition and notation of sets, type of sets, representation of sets, tabular, descriptive, and set builder notation, then properties of sets. An explanation, definitions and notations which are given on page number 1 to 2 of the book. Types of set, this is given on page number 2, in which finite, infinite, and empty sets are given. Then representation of sets is given on page number 2, in which tabular, descriptive, set builder notations are given. Now, sets. As you know, set is a collection of well-defined and distinct objects. You have learned this definition from class 6 to 8. So you are well aware that set is a collection of well-defined and distinct objects. There are two words, well-defined and distinct. So well-defined means measurable, means for the set for which we can easily describe what type of set we have, what are the elements, what is the name of the set. So it means it can be measurable. Distinct means different, means we can develop so many sets which are different to each other from according to their properties. Notation, a set is denoted by a capital letter. As you know, for showing a set we use capital letter for naming the set or for denoting the set. For example, if A, B, C are element of set A, then set A is denoted as A is equal to bracket A, B, C. So this bracket means set of. So we read A is equal to set of first three alphabet, which are A, B, and C. So as you observe here that for denoting this set, we use capital letter. Some important sets of numbers are given in your book, which are very important for your understanding. So this is the page number 1 of your book, where following notations will be used for sets of numbers. The first one is set of natural number representing by capital N, and you know the natural number is started from 1. So 1, 2, 3 and so on, they all are natural numbers. Set of whole numbers representing by capital W, and it is started from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on are the whole numbers. So keep in mind this is a difference between natural and whole number. Natural number started by 1, whole number started by 0. Set of integers representing by capital Z. Here this is 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3. Integers are those which are representing by plus and minus sign. But here you are observing that 0 is given in a start. So don't think that this is whole number. No. This 0 means 0 has central position. On right hand side of 0, all positive number are written, and on left hand side all positive number will be written. Set of positive prime number representing by capital P. The numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and so on. The first prime number is 2, and they all are number which have only one factor. That means 2 ones are 2, 3 ones are 3, 5 ones are 5, 7 ones are 7, 11 ones are 11, and the next number is 13. In this way, you can easily find what are the next prime numbers. Set of odd numbers representing by capital O. The numbers are plus minus 1, plus minus 3, plus minus 5. Means they all are number which cannot be divided by 2. So they may be positive, they may be negative. So we can write odd number in this form. Set of even numbers. Even numbers are those which divided by 2 like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on, and they are positive and negative. So that's why we write 0 in the start. On right hand side of 0 all positive number will be written, and on left hand side of 0 all negative number will be written. Set of rational numbers representing by a capital Q, and it is written as x such that x belongs is equal to p upon q, where p and q belongs to z and q is not equal to 0. Set of irrational number representing by q bar or q complement or q dash equal to, again this set will be written in set builder form as x such that x is not belong to p upon q, p and q belongs to z, and q is not equal to 0. Set of real number representing by capital R, and this is the union of q and q dash, means it is a union of rational and irrational numbers, so it is representing like that. Also, z plus and z negative will respectively denote the set of all positive and negative integers. Likewise, r plus and r minus will denote the set of all positive and negative real numbers respectively. Now, type of sets. In type of sets, we have three major types: the finite, infinite, and empty. First one is finite set. Finite means countable number of element. Means in this set, we can easily find how many elements are given: 2 element, 3 element, 5 element. Means this set has a limit. Like set A, whose elements are A, B, C. So we have clear understanding that this set started from A and ending up to C. Like set B, whose elements are A, B, C, dash, dash, up to Z. So we have clear understanding that this set started from A and ending up to Z. All English alphabets are there. So these type of set in which we see countable numbers of element are given, known as finite set. Next is infinite set. Infinite means uncountable number of element. Like set A, whose element are 1, 2, 3, dash, dash, dash. You can see its last limit is not given. So it means its elements cannot be countable. So these type of sets are known as infinite set. The last is empty set. The empty set means without any element. Means this is a set in which no any type of element is given. Like A, set A is equal to empty bracket, or this symbol. This symbol is known as phi. So sometime for empty set we use the empty curly bracket, or maybe representing by phi. Now, representation of sets. The sets can be represented by tabular, descriptive, and set builder notation. Tabular means we use counting like set A, whose element are 2, 4, and 6. When we represent a set in this form, this is known as tabular. Descriptive, the same set can be easily defined that this set is the set of even numbers. So this set can be representing as in descriptive form as set A equal to set of even number. These bracket replaced by this word set of, then find they all are even numbers, so that's why we write even numbers. So we describe the same in the same set in a statement form. When we describe any set in a statement form, this is known as descriptive form. The third is set builder notation. The set builder notation, if we want to describe the same set in set builder notation, we need some symbols. So this set can be representing as A equal to set of uh, such that x belongs to E. Means here we don't name the numbers. We show these all numbers belongs to E because E is the set of even numbers. So we use a symbol for belongs to. We use this symbol and then write the name of the set. Now in detail we will see what does mean by descriptive form. According to definition, describe set by statement without braces. As you have seen here, set A in descriptive form, this is set of even number, means we have described the set in the form of words or in the form of the statement. Next is tabular form, listing all the elements of a set separated by a comma and enclosed within the braces. Means in this example you have seen that all elements are listing and they are separated by comma. So it means when you see element are separated by comma, understand that you have tabular form. Now we see how to convert tabular form into descriptive or descriptive form into tabular. So we have three sets, A, B and C. Set A. If we want to convert into descriptive form, first of all we see is 2, 4 and 6, they are the set of even numbers. Now B is A, E, I, O, U, we identify that they are vowels. So in descriptive form, we can write set of vowels. C, Karachi, Lahore, Peshawar and Quetta, we identify that they are the important cities of Pakistan. So we can define as, or we can denote this set in descriptive form as set of capital cities of Pakistan. Now set builder notation, another way to specify a set where elements possesses a certain property. Example is a such that a is equal to x such that x is an odd integer. Here we can define a set by using symbols, and in this we try to define a set according to its according to the certain property. Now set notations, different notations or symbols are used for defining a set. The first one, this line is known as such that, we read it as such that. Next is the small letters as variable. Then these braces are used for showing set, so we read as set of. Then capital letters for naming the set. This is very important because if we want to name the set, we use capital letter. Then notations for sets of numbers. Notations for sets of number means we see what type of elements we have. We have natural numbers, so we use capital N. If we have even numbers, we use capital E. If we have odd numbers, we use capital O. If we have prime numbers, we use capital P. If we have real numbers, we use capital R. So in this way, we denote our set by using these notations. Now there are two symbols. They are known as relations because these two bring or develop a relation between two numbers. Then this symbol is known as belongs to. In term of sets, we read this symbol as belongs to. Another name of this symbol is member of, or another name of this symbol is element of. So this symbol gives us three meaning. belongs to, element of, or member of. Now we can see the two more symbols. The first one is known or read as and in this direction if you have the symbol read as or. So keep all notations in your mind because they are very important in describing the set. Now we see how do we convert a set into set builder notation. There are different set like A, B, C, D, E. Set A. Set A is 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. So we identify that they all are even number. So in set builder form, we don't name these numbers. So we use X such that X. Then we write belongs to because now we are going to explain that these elements belongs to what set. So after this sign our belongs to sign, we write here name of the set or the notation of the set. As they all are even numbers, that's why we write here E, capital E. Now in set B, numbers are or members are 17, 19, 23, 29. We observe that they all are the numbers which have only one factor, means 17 ones are 17, 19 ones are 19, 23 ones are 23, 29 ones are 29. So we conclude that they have only one factor. So set B can be written in set builder form as y such that y. Now we can label them by using any variable. So here we are using y such that y. Then put belongs to sign. Then as we have identified that they all belongs to prime number. So we write here P, capital P, which is denoting or representing that the set belongs to prime number. Then put sign because we are going to give an other information. So we put this sign, it means and 13 13 less than y and y is less than 31. Now question is that where is 13? So by reading this we observe that before 17 13 will be the prime number, and after 29 31 will be the next number. So that's why we can write this set in the form as 13 less than y and y less than 31. Now set C. Set C has -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. We observe that we have set of integers which started from -3 and ending up to +3. So it can be written as A such that A belongs to Z because Z means set of integers. -3 less than or equal to A and A is less than or equal to 3. Now D, set D. Set D is a set of composite numbers greater than 16. So it can be written as Z such that Z belongs to C. C is the composite set of composite numbers. So use here capital C, and it means and 16 less than Z. Now set E. Set E is equal to set of odd numbers greater than 7 and less than 15. So E can be written as G such that G belongs to O. O means odd number, and 9 is less than or equal to G and G is less than or equal to 13. The same number can be written as E is equal to G such that G belongs to O means odd number, and 7 is less than G and G is less than 15. Now the properties of sets. Properties of sets. There are 5 properties. The first one is disjoint sets, proper, sub, and supersets, overlapping sets, improper, sub and supersets or equal sets, then one-to-one correspondence or equivalent sets. Now we will see in detail what are the properties. So disjoint. Disjoint, according to characteristic, no common element means they are the sets in which we observe no element is common among between the sets. There is an example where set A and B are given. Set A has 1, 2, 3 element and B has A, B, C up to Z. So when we compare the two sets, we observe that the first set consisting on numbers and the second set is consisting on English alphabet. So we observe that no element is common in between set A and B. So that's why they are the example of disjoint set. Then overlapping set means few elements are common. According to characteristic, we can identify when we compare the two set and we observe that few elements are common in the set. So we say we have overlapping set. Set A and B are given in example. Set A has 1, 2, 3, 4, and B has 2, 4, 6, 8. So we observe that 2 and 4 are common in both, whereas 1 and 3 are uncommon element of A, and 6 and 8 are uncommon element of B. So it means 2 and 4 are common and few are uncommon element in both. So we say they are the example of overlapping set. Then proper sub and superset. According to characteristic, all the elements of one set is present in other set which has at least one extra element. Again, we have in example two sets. Set A, whose element are 3, 5, 7, and B has 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. So we observe that set A has 3, 5, 7. They all are present in B. So it means A is the subset of B and B is the superset of A. Now improper sub and supersets of equal sets when all the elements of two sets are same. In example, we have A, B, C, and in set B, we have C, B, A. We observe that the element are same, but their sequence is not same. So these are the example of improper sub and superset or equal set. They are known as improper sets or equal set. The last is equivalent set or one-to-one correspondence. Only one number of elements are same. Only number of elements are same. When we, according to example, set A and B are there. Set A has A, B, C, D. Set B has 1, 2, 3, 4. We observe that four elements are given in set A and four elements also given in set B. So on the basis of number of elements, both having same number of elements. So they are the example or defining the equivalent set. They are also known as one-to-one correspondence. Now it's time for home task. Make title page and write outline. As you know, you are going to start your homework for chapter number 1. So first of all, you make title page in which you will write chapter number, name of the chapter, including exercise, starting and ending date. And then write outline. In outline, you will write in what way you are doing your work. So according to the paper, your paper is consisting on objective, short question answer and descriptive. So that's why you will write the three category in your outline. Then attempt to solve question number 1 and 3 from exercise number 1.1. Convert all the sets in set builder notation given in question number 1 and question number 2 from exercise number 1.1. The third instruction is that you will do question number 1 and 2 in which different sets are given. You will convert them into set builder notation and they all are given in exercise number 1.1. Now it's all about today's lecture. Thank you for all attending the class. Take care of Allah Hafiz. Now I repeat, the properties again, because they are very important and they will be used in your next classes, so you should know about them. The properties are disjoint, overlapping, proper sub and superset, improper sub and supersets, or they may be known as equal set. The last is equivalent set, or known as one-to-one correspondence. According to characteristic, disjoint are those which have no common element. When you compare the set and you observe that no element is common, understand that the given sets are disjoint. There are examples: set A and B. Set A has 1 to 3 and set B has A, B, C, D, A, B, C up to Z. So we observe that the first set consisting on numbers and the second set consisting on alphabets, English alphabets. So there is no relation between them. So we observe that no element is common between them. So this is the best example of disjoint set. Overlapping are those in which few elements are common. When you compare the two sets and find that some elements are common in the sets, find that given sets are overlapping. According to example, set A is 1, 2, 3, 4 and set B 2, 4, 6, 8. We observe that 2 and 4 are common in both, whereas 1 and 3 is uncommon in A and 6 and 8 is uncommon in B. So they are overlapping sets. Proper sub and superset: all the elements of one set is present in other, which set has at least one extra element. Now it is very much clear by taking the example. In example, we have set A and B. Set A has 3, 5, 7, only 3 element. Set B has 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and 11. There are 6 elements, and we observe that 3, 5 and 7 also given in set B. So it means set A has all elements which are present in B. So it means A is the subset of set B, whereas set B has some other element uh, except common element of set A. Means we observe 1, 9 and 11. They are not given in set A, so it means set B is the superset for A. Next is improper sub and supersets or equal set. All the elements of two sets are same. What is the characteristic of improper set is that when we compare the two sets and we observe that all the elements of both sets are same. There is an example: A and B two sets are given. Set A has A, B, C and B has C, B, A. We observe that elements are same, but their sequence is not same. So they are. It doesn't mean if their sequence is changed, it doesn't create any problem. We consider that they have same element. So they are the example of improper super and subset, or they are known as equal set. Then equivalent set or one-to-one correspondence. Equivalent sets are those only number of elements are same. Look at in which we only observe that the number, if number are same, we say they are equivalent. It doesn't mean what type of element we have. If look at, there is an example in which set A and B are given. Set A has element A, B, C, D and B has 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we compare them, we observe that set A consisting on first four alphabets, English alphabets, and set B is consisting on first four natural numbers. So there is no any relation between both, but we observe that their number of elements are equal. Means set A has 4 elements and set B also has 4 elements. So on the number of element we say they are equivalent set, or they have one-to-one correspondence. So keep all properties in your mind carefully. Try to understand them. So you will read all description in detail with examples. You can create your own examples for describing the set. Now, when you further read the sets, we need these type of sets, and you by observing the sets you can easily identify what type of set you have. So read or learn them carefully. Now it's time for home task. I am again repeating the home task. The first is make title page and write outline. Two tasks are there. After noting your or maintaining the inner face sheet, you will maintain title page. On title page, you will write your title page are of two type. The first type for the term. For midterm, you will write midterm page, and under that you will write the duration May to November with the year. Then on next page, you the next page with the title page for the chapter. As you know, we are going to start chapter number 1, so you will write on that page you will write the name of the chapter, number of the chapter, including exercises, and starting and ending date. Then on next page, write the outline. Outline means according to the paper what type of question you have. So keep in mind your paper is consisting on three sections. Section A, in which objective are given, section or MCQs are given, section B in which short question answer will be given, and section C in which detailed question answer will be given. So you will make your outline in this way. Then attempt. So for this outline you will see your book, or you will check read the all detail which is given in chapter number 1, and then find what questions are given in MCQs, or what type of question given will be given in short question answer or in detail. Your teacher is also defining side by side uh, when we teach the lesson. I will try to explain about the question where you will put that question. Maybe in MCQs, maybe in short question answer, or maybe in detailed question answer. The next instruction is attempt to solve question number 1 and 3 from exercise number 1.1. The third instruction is convert all the sets in set builder notation given in question number 1 and 2 from exercise number 1.1. This is the third instruction, and in our lecture we have seen that we have clear understanding how to convert a set builder, how to convert a tabular into set builder notation form. So you will convert question number 1 and 2 given from in exercise number 1.1, or convert